that's how my uncle lost his medical license.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Anyways, welcome to our podcast. This is Mediocrity, Second episode. Interesting. This is the podcast for people with slightly below average intelligence. If you have an IQ of above 100, can't watch. But if you're just like shovel stuck in the dirt, welcome.
Welcome to the second episode. I can't believe we made it this far.
I'm alive.
Somehow he made it through this week. This entire week, me and Jade sit next to each other. Can you not put your arm on me?
I'm joined here by my good friend Garrett.
I hate that you're doing this. Stop. We're way too close for this.
So
the new thing we have, new setup, might be why the mic's a little bit clearer, still not perfect, is we're sitting on my bed and Jade is like hugging me. And it's kind of weird.
Well, we're sharing one mic on a dinner table.
It's like one of those like wooden tray things that you like eat dinner when you're trying to watch TV too.
Yeah, it's a TV dinner table.
Yeah, TV dinner table.
Speaking of dinner TV tables, you ever have like one of those like the dinner, like the microwave dinners?
Yeah, but like what kind? Because like I even have like some of those mac and cheese cups downstairs, and I'm kind of those. Those are kind of fire.
I mean like the kid cuisine,
Dude, oh my god, that brings back so many memories. Kid cuisine? Dude, that's crazy. Okay, kid cuisine, the one with like the penguin on him, the penguin mascot.
Yeah.
Were there different types of kid cuisines?
There were. It was like Lunchables, but like microwavable.
Yeah,
and
it was.
Lunchables still technically are, but I just kind of keep them in my fridge and hope they don't like rot.
Yeah, honestly, Lunchables and kid cuisines are like the perfect meals for like anybody of any age. I know they're called kid cuisines, but screw you if you think they're only for kids. Lunchables and all that, they're great lunches just to take wherever because they're so easy. They might be a little small in portion sizes, but they're really easy to make.
That's like the Lego things where it's like for ages like 3 and up, and it's like I can be 2 and play with Legos if I want. Maybe I'll eat them, but like, who cares?
Maybe I'll take a bite off a little peg.
Tasty.
No, but microwavable dinners, those things are kind of weird. I mean, I definitely eat in more than I eat out and don't usually make food like of quality. So I guess I'm about them, but like, I don't know.
I can't relate because I am perfect and I eat I make perfect food.
Okay, you make perfect food. I thought you were about to say you eat perfect food. I was going to be like, that is a lie. You literally asked me to go to Sheetz the other day. And you know how not good for you that is?
Yes, Garrett, I know.
That's like shoveling dirt into your esophagus.
I'd say more like sand, but, to each his own.
Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, something that happened to me today that I got really upset about was I was sitting in my math class, and this girl, at like towards the end of the class, was like, hey, what sign are you? And I went, what? She went, what sign are you?
Like star
sign?
sign?
I was like, yeah, like the astrological sign. And I was like, I'm a Leo. And she was like, of course you are. You're such a Leo. And I went, what? Like, that's the most ridiculous thing to me is when somebody bases you off of some astrological sign, like what month you were born in. Like, what sign are you?
I'm also a Leo.
Yeah, like,
Maybe we should kiss.
No, that does not mean we should kiss. Not at all. But I just don't understand, like, what the whole thing of that is. It's like, people are always, like, basing each other. And I think it's always, no offense, but I think most of the time it's white girls. And white girls be like, oh my god, did you see...
Just killed a child in my Honda Civic 2016. Can't help being a Leo.
Can't help being a Scorpio days.
What's the one? Virgo?
Yeah, it's like being a Virgo or something.
Virgin?
Virgin Mobile?
Virgin check?
Virgin check. No, I just don't understand when girls are like, oh my god, I had to stop being her friend because her Scorpio and my Libra were just not getting together. Like, we just weren't meshing well. And I went, excuse me? Like, throughout the class, she then went to other people and went, oh my god, you are such that. And I was like, shut up. No, that makes no sense.
But you get those kind of people where it's like, they lie. So it's like, oh, what star sign are you? And it's like, oh, I'm a Scorpio. It's like, huh, you would be. And it's like, no, actually, I lied. I'm a Sagittarius. And it's like...
Sagittarius? Is that how you pronounce it? It's Sagittarius. Wait, is it Tarius? No, I'm really confused. It's Sagittarius, right?
Sure. So, it's... Okay, well, it's like, I lied. I'm a Sagittarius. But it's like, what a Sagittarius move. To, lie about your horoscope. And it's like... I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I just hate that so much. Honestly, a lot of things. Oh my god, what was it? You know what I don't understand is like there's this new wave coming back for girls. I don't even know how to explain it. But like I guess
is it like what do you mean? Like scene, like the emo scene thing?
I guess it's kind of like an emo scene thing, but I've seen that so much more in our school recently. Like they're all about like doing these weird things and I'm like, wow, like good for you and all, but that's way weird.
Well, I mean like there are people who like can pull it off though.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like, it's just like
when I think of what you're thinking about, I think of Grace.
Mm-hmm. Hey Grace, if you're listening.
Yeah, hey
how
Grace. Listen to our podcast.
If you're not, we're just gonna tell you that we put this in here, so you'll find it eventually. But
you still haven't listened to the first one.
Did she not? We told her to the one day.
Yeah, well, she said she didn't have time because she was at track.
Oh, because she was on track.
Yeah.
Busy. Listen, you can be running and listen to the podcast. All right.
Yeah, it's specifically made for listening.
Yeah, that's what it's a podcast for.
Yeah, listen to it.
Listen to our podcast.
Listen to our podcast and tell us how great we sound.
We're going to try and figure out how to get this on Spotify, maybe. Because I think that's a thing we can do. I don't know.
Suzanne said she would listen to it if it was on Spotify.
Yeah, so we're going to try and get it on Spotify. And we'll see how that
doesn't work out, we'll upload to SoundCloud.
SoundCloud podcast. Is that a thing, SoundCloud podcast?
Yeah. Well, it's like not like specifically made for SoundCloud, but they upload it there.
But like you can still upload it there? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was still like a genre of things on SoundCloud.
Well, SoundCloud exists. It's a thing.
Well, yeah, no, but I thought it was just like music. I get that's called SoundCloud, but I thought it was made specifically for music rather than...
Well, it is, but like, so is Spotify. It's not made for like, it wasn't created for podcasts.
But podcast has become like an integral part of Spotify, I feel like. Like now it's like everybody goes to Spotify for music and they also go for podcasts.
Well, yeah, but like that can also happen to SoundCloud.
That's true.
Because they're like pretty much the same platform except Spotify's better.
Yeah, you're right.
Objectively.
Yeah,
if you think SoundCloud's better, you're like just factually incorrect.
Your IQ is below even ours, and let me tell you, our IQs are not high. So.
Well, I will say that if you don't pay for premium, or if you're like Garrett and I, and you just kind of pirate it.
Well, we got to keep that under the radar. That's we use Spotify via some outside channels to say it the best.
My dad pays for it. That's our outside channel. My dad pays for both of us. All right, back to what I was saying. Dang, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was gonna say that like based on like free services, SoundCloud is like 38 times better. Because SoundCloud, you know how when you don't pay for Spotify Premium and you just have the regular Spotify, it's kind of like
you get ads every other song.
You get ads. You have to listen to an ad to get 30 minutes of free listening, and you have to like, you can't like choose a song. You have to shuffle it.
Yeah.
In SoundCloud, you don't have to worry about it. You can like pick whatever song you want, and you can shuffle them. And recently, I found out something because I've been using SoundCloud more often. Is that you can turn on your VPN if you have one, and just like get rid of ads.
Wait, really? Yeah. I didn't even know that. That's something I'll have to do. I know even if you don't do that though, SoundCloud gives you like a third of the ad. Like if Spotify gives you 3 ads.
Ads are like randomly placed throughout, and like I remember one time I got an ad, like it was like song, and but like there are other times where I'll get my entire playlist, and then on the last song I'll get an ad. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, no, like on Spotify it'll be like every 4 or 5 songs. If you don't have premium, you'll get 3 ads or whatever in between. So it's like 1 minute and 30 seconds of ads, and you're sitting here going, I could be halfway through a song or more right now. But on SoundCloud, you get like that 30 second. You only get like 1 ad in between most songs, and it's like 30 seconds. And it's like after a good amount of songs, like on average. It's like after like a good. It's probably after about 5 or 6 songs, like Spotify is. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't believe they do this anymore. But I remember SoundCloud used to have a feature where after 15 seconds of the ad, you could just skip it.
Yeah, they might have do that. I don't know.
I don't think they do it anymore.
Maybe they do it on like.
I'm pretty sure SoundCloud is losing money.
Oh, I'm sure, probably. I think a lot of these companies
compared
are.
to like Spotify or like Apple Music.
Isn't SoundCloud like $12 a month or something compared to Spotify and Apple Music, which are only $10?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more. I mean, $2.
It is not worth it. Like, what happens with SoundCloud is that if you get SoundCloud Go, which is like the premium version of it, basically what happens is you don't get ads anymore, which is already like negated by the VPN, but you get like songs that are just kind of like, oh, you can only get these songs on premium, and it's like, whatever.
Wait, are there really songs that are blocked by the premium version of SoundCloud?
Well, blocked unless you have it.
Really? That's crazy.
I remember,
dumb.
But it's like songs where it's like famous celebrities sing it. Like I remember there was one, I was looking for, it was a country song. Oh yeah, Florida Georgia Line, because I was going through a country phase. And,
country phase.
It was a phase, certainly. I don't listen to that anymore. Mm-hmm. But I was looking for a Florida Georgia Line song, and it was on Go only. So like if I like wanted to listen to the song, I would get like a 15-second preview, and then it'd be like, get SoundCloud Go to listen to the whole song. And I'm like, no, I won't, but thanks.
That's really dumb, if I'm going to be honest. Like, that sounds really stupid to block a whole song.
But I think the worst premium out there is probably YouTube, like Red.
Yeah, I don't understand. I've never had it. I mean, it gets rid of ads or whatever, but I don't understand like the point of YouTube Premium fully. Like, I think you get a couple of shows. Like, you get some of those like cool YouTube shows, and then
Scare PewDiePie.
Season 2, boys, Season 2. No, and then YouTube Music's also a weird thing, because that's a thing too.
I kind of lump YouTube Music in with like just YouTube Premium.
If you buy YouTube Premium, do you get YouTube Music, or are those two separate services?
It's the same thing.
It is the same thing?
Like with YouTube Premium, you can like lock your phone and the video will still play.
Yeah.
Or you can like switch apps.
So I guess you can basically
just
make it YouTube. I guess basically YouTube Premium could just become YouTube Music. But I think YouTube Music's like only $7 a month, but it's only like the music part of YouTube.
Yeah, it has to be like classified as like music. Like when you go to like the genre of the video, it says like, oh, entertainment or like informational.
Mm-hmm. Music. Or
there's like music.
Gaming.
Or
things
gaming.
like that.
Gaming.
That's such a weird thing. I always like tried to wonder that about YouTube, is like how in like YouTube was created in like 2005. How from like 2005 to now did gaming at like one point just like boom, and it was the biggest thing on the platform? I'm pretty sure it still is basically the biggest thing on the platform. Like, that's crazy how that happened.
I guess. I mean, I don't really actually find it that crazy. Maybe it was crazy how quickly it like blew up, but I think it was kind of inevitable that it was going to blow up because it's such a cool thing, Like, if I don't have the money to buy a game, or like my parents will give me the money to buy a game, I can just watch someone play it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I think that's also crazy because it's like you can hear other opinions about the game you're playing. And granted, listen, we're both Gen Zs. We're born in the age of the internet, so it's not like we know the before times, before your fancy internet could do these things. I feel like it's crazy, though, that you can see different people's opinions on games. When before it would just be you and your friends asking, where now you can see someone in Russia play the same game and like how they experience it, which I think is insane.
Not that you'll watch Russian people play like Mario Party, because I don't know about you guys, but I do not understand Russian. Like, I don't understand the language.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't speak it, is what I mean.
Well, obviously. But I mean, like, I feel like Russian is also just like its own thing. Like, a lot of languages can kind of be clumped into categories, and Russian's just kind of out there.
It's like one of the hardest languages to learn.
Oh, I'm sure, because they got like a bunch of weird syllables.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things, we talked about this in psychology, where you got to learn the phonetics, so your mouth can't even make that noise, or can't tell the difference between like two very similar noises.
Well, yeah, but one of the main thing is learning the grammar of the language.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I think grammar is very tough because...
Dude, I suck at English grammar. I'm not going to learn Russian grammar. Yeah,
because it's different. Like, I'm not like other girls. I took Spanish.
I'm not like other girls. I took French.
Yeah, I took Spanish. I guess I am like other girls if I take Spanish because it's like the basic one. But I took Spanish, and something I had a lot of trouble with was grammar. Like, I can learn the words, I can learn how to build sentences and stuff, but like building sentences takes like a couple minutes, or like when it should take seconds.
Like, yeah, you can't like fluently do it or think in it how you do with like English.
Yeah, and of course my brain is like slow, but
yeah,
it's just kind of like, wow, I'm really stupid.
Wow,
I
really
cannot
stupid.
speak this language.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy though that how like the U.S. then puts language as like a thing in high school when you shouldn't be learning in high school because you're way past the time when a language can be introduced to you properly.
That critical interval. Where
Yeah.
You have to learn a language when
Before
you're like young.
it's like before 7 or something like that. Or it's before 13. Some young
It was
age.
it's before 7 because they found the one girl who was abused by her parents. At
Oh
13.
yeah, and she can know all the words, but she can't form like proper grammatically correct sentences.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Speaking of grammatically correct sentences and things that really make me upset and that are crazy, are like I don't know where this new like whether a video on YouTube started it or something else, but when girls or anybody for that matter goes,
We're not sexist.
when did I say that or whatever that phrase is.
When did I ask?
When did I ask? Oh my god, it makes me want to scream. Like, I understand you're like doing it and it's supposed to make the other person upset and it's supposed to get like make me upset or whatever. I just don't where did it come from?
Trying to build a GPS to locate who asked.
I'm gonna punch you in the face. Is what I'm gonna do. Like, where did this phrase come from? Do you ever use it?
I've been like conditioned to not use it anymore, because I used it quite frequently because I am a very carefree person, and I that carefreeness also like carries into other people's conversations and topics.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like this thing where I would say it, and every time one of my friends would hear me say it, they'd be like, "Oh, funny guy here." You know what he said? He said, "When did I ask?" And it embarrasses you and it makes you feel bad. And I guess, well, that sounds like bullying.
Well, that sounds like bullying. Please help. SOS.
You know what? That is bullying, but it got me to stop saying it.
You know what? My friends did bully me into doing this thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Austin.
Really?
Austin.
Oh, he bullied you into doing that?
Yeah. I mean, no.
No, I know. I'm just joking.
But it's like,
Yeah.
I just said his full name on.
Yeah. We're gonna cut that. We'll
Okay,
just censor it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, well, I gotta cut that whole part out.
No, you can leave that. You can leave that in. Listen, what you think we're running a professional podcast here? We are two boys sitting on a bed talking to a microphone that's like half pink, half red. That's upside down on
It's called maroon.
It's a maroon, talking to a maroon microphone that's on a microwavable TV dinner
Not
tray stand.
microwavable.
No, it's
This thing is not microwavable, pal.
I know, it's a TV dinner stand. What do you think? Who cares about if we... Okay, the full name thing is a problem. But other than that, it's fine.
So my apologies for saying your full name, Austin.
I thought you were going to say the full name again.
But yeah,
No, that really makes me upset, those phrases. I think, like, most other sayings and stuff that have happened recently, I've been, like, okay with, and that haven't bothered me. Some of them I've found even kind of funny, but I just didn't find this one funny. I was just like, wow, you're just being rude for literally no reason. I mean, when it's like somebody's just trying to tell you something.
It's a bad thing to say.
Yeah, it's like, it could be like a parent trying to explain something to you, and the child goes, when did I ask?
Okay, I wouldn't say to my parents.
I'd slap them right there, boys. They'd be on the ground. I'd be so upset if my child said that to me. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay. No, that really upsets me. I probably stems from TikTok, if we're being honest. You think it's a TikTok thing?
I'm not talking about TikTok, pal.
No, we're not going to talk about TikTok again, because we already ruined our careers with the first one. But do you think it probably came from... It's probably being reinforced by TikTok to some degree, because a lot of kids do look up to the platform.
I don't think it's been reinforced. I don't know about you, but I have never seen someone on like TikTok be like, when did I ask? I only see like the stuff where it's like Jeremy Fragrance and he's like, oh, I love this top knot, guys. This is passion fruits. And I'm like,
what are you watching on TikTok, brother?
It's on my For You page.
I
Jeremy
still don't
Fragrance.
have
He's like this German guy. And he's like, he uses like a bunch of like cologne and stuff, and he's like, guys, this is my favorite top note. But he has like a German accent, so instead of saying top note, he says top knot because he's a Nazi.
Whoa. Brash opinions. We do not condone any of the opinions. Anything that's said on this show
If
is
you have
meant as a
blonde hair and
joke.
blue eyes, you are a Nazi.
Everything that's said on this show is a joke. Please keep that in mind. None of this is serious.
Is it though? Is it really?
It really is. And you're making me really scared by making some of these bold claims, Jade.
Speaking of bold claims, I remember Mike Bloomberg was saying that he was going to get it done.
Mike Bloomberg.
I'm not going to bring anything political into this. I'm not.
No. You sure you don't want to do politics? You can't bring up Mike Bloomberg.
You want to talk about how Mike Bloomberg spent like what $600 million in advertising? And
yeah, he won
and he lost. Like he is out.
He's gone, brother. Can we talk about how many people dropped after Super Tuesday though? This is nothing to do with politics, by the way. Neither of us are going to share our political beliefs.
Super Tuesday.
Super Tuesday, it's when isn't it like where multiple, it's like a bunch of the different, granted, I might be wrong on this, so don't like go trying to fact check me.
African fact check.
No, isn't it where like a bunch of the states have like their same primary election or whatever, or their basic primaries?
Dude, you gotta ask Evan for that. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's something like that, but I think it's just Super Tuesday is the big thing where they have all the primaries in a bunch of different states for the Democratic election. So but a lot of people did bad. Like the only two people who actually made it out okay were Sanders and Biden, which is pretty crazy.
I saw something. I brought up Mike. What's his name? Mike Bloomberg.
Yeah.
I brought him up for a reason. It's because I saw a tweet the other day where it was like the guy said Mike Bloomberg spent over $600 million on advertising. Imagine there are 372 million people in the U.S. He could have given $1 million to every person in the U.S. And I'm like, buddy, good old pal of mine, that's called inflation. You are going to mess the economy up by doing that.
Also, that's not how math works. He's giving 1 million people. He spent $600 million. Giving $1 million to... Okay, 1 million times 300 million people is not still just less than 600 million. Yeah, 1 million. If you said he would give $1 million to every person, right?
Yeah.
And there's 300 million people in America.
He spent $600 million.
Yeah, 300 million times 1 million, Jade. Is more than
What?
600 million. Yeah,
Wait, what?
That's what the tweet's saying. So the tweet was saying, if anything, it'd be $1. He would give $1 to every American. Or $2.
600 million.
Yes, okay, 600 million has
You can't give $1 million to each
person with $600 million? No, Jade.
What? What am I doing wrong?
Jade. Okay, Jade. So giving one person $1 million, right?
Yeah.
So $600 million.
That would bring it down to $599 million.
Yeah. No, that means giving...
Do that 371 more times.
371 million more times is what... Oh my god, Jade. I didn't understand. See, okay, when we say that thing in the beginning, like the intro, that's supposed to be a joke. Apparently it's dead serious because Jade doesn't know how math works.
No, guys, God. I have the IQ of a brick.
Maybe we should do a lesson every time. We'll have a 5-minute segment dedicated to learning math with Jade.
Speaking of segments...
Let's
do our little...
segue.
We have a new thing right here that I want to try out.
Oh my god. So Jade has a segment he wanted to introduce. He said this like right before the podcast, by the way. If you guys don't like it, just tell me.
Yeah, we'll cut it out. Just tell us and we'll cut it out. But, it's a weekly poetry segment.
Yeah, Jade's gonna read poetry, so
yeah, so let's just get this over with, and then we can continue talking about Mike Bloomberg and how stupid I am.
Or maybe something else.
Maybe.
Good luck.
Maybe.
Have fun with your freaking poetry.
Alright. So this one is called The Passionate Shepherd to His Love by Christopher Marlowe, who is, in fact, a terrible person, but, Come live with me and be my love, and we will all the pleasures prove that valleys, groves, hills, and fields, woods or steepy mountain yields. I'm just joking. I'm not going to read poetry.
I thought you were actually about to read. I was looking at the poem. You guys couldn't see it. But if you know how long that poem was, I saw 3 more stanzas, and there might have been more after that. And I was sitting here and I was going, we're really going to waste a solid 3 minutes on him just reading poetry in the podcast.
It's a 5-stanza poem that I will not be reading.
Maybe you could read a different stanza every week. So you finish the first stanza.
But read them out of order.
Read them out of order, and you guys have to piece them back together. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I wanted to go back to... we were talking about YouTube, and I was thinking, like, how it was, like, started and, like, it was really weird and stuff. Like, nothing else happened. But I was thinking about, like, the early ages of YouTube. And you guys remember Salad Fingers?
Oh my god, salad fingers is the weirdest, dude. I don't understand the wooden rust. Is it a rusty spoon or a wooden spoon?
He has a thing for rust. Is
Oh
what
yeah.
happens.
Oh
Where
god.
he found a rusty spoon and he was
Oh
like,
my god.
ugh.
Please don't make these noises.
But it's his little salad fingers get all excited when he touches rusty objects.
Oh my god. What do you want to talk about this for? This is the weirdest
I
thing.
just want to, it's kind of like interesting to like bring up these like repressed memories of like, salad fingers, and you get like the, PewDiePie Skate 3 videos, or like
Oh my God.
Amnesia: The Descent.
Oh my god, you get back real far on YouTube and you start seeing like how
The first video on YouTube was like me at the zoo or something.
Oh yeah, it was some
like
guy at the
It was like
zoo.
literally the first video on YouTube.
That's the weirdest thing. Oh my god, thinking about that, now that you made me think about that, reminds me of like how Instagram's first photo, I thought it was like of a dog or something. I might be wrong about that. But I think like it's so weird to think about like how all these platforms started and how they've evolved to become like almost an entirely different thing. Like from what they were first originally.
It's really like strange to think about.
Cause like YouTube started as like a thing, and it was like, you got a couple videos a day, like overall like 2005, like maybe a couple of videos were uploaded a day by different people. Then you started getting like thousands, and now you're at the point where isn't it like, I think I heard some number where it's like billions of hours of content is uploaded to YouTube every single day.
Well, we're part of that.
I know that's
we're
crazy.
contributing.
We're actually part of that.
We are
billions of
contributing
hours.
members of the YouTube society.
Yeah, are we like good contributing members? That's debatable, but we're contributing, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Well, thinking about like old YouTube stuff and old Instagram stuff, that reminds me of like, well, it doesn't remind me of it, but it like makes me think of how YouTube had like, you were talking about the gaming boom, we had recently.
Yeah.
And got me thinking about like, there's a lot of weird stuff on YouTube. Like
Yeah,
a lot. Like a lot.
Yeah, the weirdest things. One of my favorite things to do is like it's gotta be like 3 a.m. All right, there's no doing this before 3 a.m. It's gotta be like the part of the night where it's not really the night anymore and it's starting to become morning. Is you start going down YouTube or rabbit holes.
Yeah, you'll see like the videos of like, what was the one? It was like, I Feel So Pretty, and it's like the mannequin robot singing, and it's just like, it's weird because it feels like art, like a form of like artistic expression.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look deeper into it, it's like, this is just like weird.
This is just some guy he programmed the robot to do this. Like, imagine spending that much time to make a robot that does that.
Yeah, it's like a mannequin with like a mouth that like opens, and it has like lipstick and hair and stuff. He like buys it clothes.
The weirdest thing to me though is like when I go down those YouTube rabbit holes, and I start at like a normal video. All right. And by normal, I mean like I'm on like one of those top 10 videos. I'm just trying to see what's happening. Like top 10 animals you wouldn't believe existed at one point. I'm like, okay, cool. Show me some big sharks.
I'll be watching like sea nanners, and then like eventually 3 hours later, I'm like watching intense ASMR mouth sounds or something.
You'll
like,
do that.
What am I doing?
You'll go that far. You'll either switch from like one kind of normal category to another now kind of normal category of YouTube, or you'll start at one like normal spot, like I said, with the top 10 videos, and you'll end up at like what you don't know the government is hiding from you, and you'll probably die tomorrow.
A video of like some guy just breathing heavily.
Or some guy like setting another guy on fire. Dude, I ended up on that once, and I don't know how it didn't get removed from YouTube. I started at one thing, and I got to like a video, and it was some guy setting another guy on fire.
There is some stuff that is like really questionable on YouTube. I mean, like you can just straight up find like porn on YouTube.
Yeah, that's
because like
weird.
I think it's based off the amount of views. Like if a video has like 10 views, then like no one's gonna see it, or like no one's gonna report it.
Yeah, the algorithm's not gonna do much.
And usually, if you find porn on YouTube, you're like looking for it.
Yeah, in all honesty, if you're going for porn on YouTube,
like,
you really gotta be
just
looking
going
for it.
like.
Okay, let's not. Nope, we're not going down that train. That's
why
a separate
YouTube?
thing.
Why YouTube? Why would you do?
What? Let's
First
think
of
about it
all,
this
why-
way.
why
Who's
would-
uploading it to
Yeah,
YouTube?
why would you post it to YouTube?
Who's out here posting this kind of stuff to YouTube? Like, who's out
Like
here?
you don't
going
need like a premium account to like post a porn of or something.
Okay, Jade, we need to get off this topic. This is not okay. This is a family podcast, all right? This is for families and friends, all right? Now, on that topic,
Well, on the topic of porn, let me go into what I watched last night, boys.
So, the other day, I found this great video. No,
Me and
that's
Malco,
really Stop. We are not affiliated.
See, the only
with
reason
her.
why I know that is because I watched there's like
You watched a funny video where some guy mentioned it to be funny.
It was the Rochler where it's like The Bachelor, but like
Oh yeah, the Rochler. I know what you're talking about.
Me and Malkova was the girl looking for like a soulmate or something.
Oh my god, yeah, I saw
and
that.
Call Me Carson won.
And then he pranked her by getting with Tanner. Dude, that's crazy. That's you know what that guy really blows my mind. Call Me Carson, like how he does it. I'm just like astounded.
He is like, he has some of the funniest people like at his command. Like he is. It's so strange to think about because Call Me Carson is just like this enigma where he's like he's like an SCP basically, where he won't post for like a month and then he'll post something and it'll be like so ironically strangely funny.
Yeah, it'll be like the perfect video that you didn't even know you were waiting for him to post, and then he posted. The craziest thing about him is too is like how you said he got like the perfect like group together.
Yeah, like a person like Jay Schlatt. He is hilarious. He's where I heard of Jeremy Fragrance from.
Oh really? Yeah, Jay Schlatt's a funny guy. But I think it's just crazy how like I think it's just like they were just internet friends, right? Like they were actual friends in real life or whatever. Or they were some sort of friends before they actually started doing it, right?
No, they were internet friends.
Yeah,
and then they
met and started talking, right? And then
I believe Josh was friends with Carson. And it was like an introducing game where Carson's like the big dog. You know, he has the most subscribers. He's the guy who rakes in the jack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's crazy though. How we found like Ted Navision, is that his name? Ted Navision.
Ted Nivison.
Ted Nivison? Is that really
his full name? Yeah. Ted Nivison is his YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
The Milkman.
The Milkman. No, I think that's just crazy how he got to him, like Jay Schlatt, Josh, all those guys, Travis. Those are all like the funniest people, and he's just somehow got lucky with meeting every single one of them. You find it weird.
I don't think it was lucky. I don't think it was luck. I think it's just because he has that kind of like charisma about him.
Mm-hmm. I think he's
honestly, like very chaotic, but that like it draws people in.
Yeah, I think it's crazy though how like just like I don't want to even say this anymore, but like off the norm he is. If that makes any sense, I don't know if that sounds.
His content is definitely for like a specific group of people.
Yeah, it's like it's surprising how many views he gets for like how like specifically funny
he'll
his
upload
content
a video and it'll be like #2 on gaming, like trending.
Yeah, and it's just crazy how he does it. No, he's just he's an anomaly.
He has like the most loyal fan base I've ever seen in my life.
I think so. Yeah.
Like if you ask something in a video, guaranteed there will be like hundreds of people that just do it.
Yeah, no, the one stream he had to literally sit down and have a serious stream because he was like, guys, listen, this is going too far.
Donate your money, Chad.
And then they got so much money.
Someone donated like $50 and he was like, all right, I wish my viewers were a little bit more frugal.
Yeah. You know what I think is crazy though? Like, how much money do you think they made off stuff like S&P Live and all that? With all the donations they got for hits and all that?
I know his net worth is like $3 million.
I was about to say, it's got to be in the millions at this point with just all the stuff he does.
Now, keep in mind, net worth does not mean your income.
Yeah,
it means how much you as a person are worth.
Yeah, it's like how much all of your assets, liquid assets, whatever. I don't know if there's a difference between those two things. Just how much like stuff you own, plus like you as a person, all the companies, things like that you're worth. And I just think it's crazy. He's a wild dude. I aspire to be like him in certain aspects. Not all aspects, I'm going to be honest. I do not aspire to be like him.
I'm fine with the way I look. I don't want to look like him. Sorry. He's just, I'm perfect,
Jade, shut up. You were not perfect. Jade, you couldn't do basic math earlier. Though you cannot
I never said I was perfect mentally. I said I was perfect physically. I am a hunk.
You're a hunk. You're the perfect physical specimen. I can't wait till we start getting a video of this podcast so people can see what you look like and they think, oh yeah, he's a hunk.
My scoliosis, my like slouch posture.
Just
okay, I'm not like Gollum. I'm just like sometimes I just make myself tiny, man.
You gotta stand up straight. You just gotta puff out the chest. Hey guys,
like Simon Cowell? No.
Simon Cowell. What Simon Cowell? What the heck? Does he do that?
He has like lordosis, dude. His posture is insane.
Like perfect?
No, he has like I swear to God, he has like an abnormal curve of the
it's
lumbar
like
spine region where he's like this.
Don't be using these big fancy anatomy terms.
See, I told you I'm perfect, bro.
Oh, shut up.
I'm genius.
You're such a smarty pants, aren't you?
Speaking of smarty pants, have you seen the video of Bernie catching the water bottle after he knocks it over?
No.
So it was a video captions, and what was his name? Joe Biden is struggling with dementia, and it's like a video of Bernie like knocks his water bottle over during like a rally, and he like catches it and like picks it back up and like puts it there. Of course, like all the water spills out, but like
he still caught the bottle, which was pretty.
He caught the bottle,
amazing.
and it was like kind of like one of those ninja videos where it's like, yeah, when when you're like alone and you like knock something off the table and you're like, oh, and you like grab it.
Yeah, that's just weird though, because it's like anytime you're in person, you can never do that.
Yeah, but it's like no one will ever witness how cool I just was.
No one will ever notice my internal conflict between being perfect and yet messed up.
No one will ever appreciate how perfect I am as a human being.
Shut up! You're not perfect. I feel like at this point you're like actually struggling with that internally. Like I feel like you're not saying it as a joke anymore. Like internally, you're actually convinced yourself you're perfect, and now you're like, wait. Dude, am I perfect?
Literally, I have like the IQ of a fish. You could convince me that I'm like gay.
Jade, you're gay.
Okay, it's gonna take more than that, but like
Jade, I promise you.
You could convince me that like I don't know, I was you're not perfect.
Oh my God!
I don't know. I'm just
Why'd
saying,
you give me that look too? I feel like I feel like you could maybe. Yeah. I don't think you have the IQ of a fish though. Maybe like the pebbles at the bottom of the bowl of the fish tank.
They're not even pebbles. They're like plastic.
Yeah,
I'm like the plastic plant like seaweed that like accidentally comes unstuck from the rocks and like kind of like floats around the bowl. That's me.
It's uncontrollable. The water takes it where it needs to go.
And the fish like bumps into me sometimes, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I guess. No, that's pretty wild.
Like, you know what you are?
What?
You're like the tiki house that like the fish stays in.
Why am I the tiki house?
Because you're considerably smarter than me, and you're not a piece of plastic seafoam.
I don't think I'm considerably smarter than you though. Don't give me that. Like, I think you're actually a pretty intelligent guy. I think you got some.
You had to like quiet yourself down, so like
Because I was just trying to like explain. Like it's. I'm being serious about this now. I think you're actually a smart person. The waveform. Ooh. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, actually, when we're recording this podcast, we have like the waveforms. So anytime
right in front of us. So
I think
anytime we make like a
oh Jesus Christ,
it kind of like you can see like there's a spike.
It
I mean,
peaks.
you can't see it, but like we
can see the peaks. So anytime anything happens, okay, you made a loud clap. That happened. Also, I figured out something really cool about myself. I clap a lot louder than a normal person.
Anyways. I think this is going to be the podcast right here.
Yeah, I think it is going to be the end of the podcast.
Yeah, so, if you like the video,
yeah.
leave a like, man. If you like the video, leave a like. Or don't, I don't really care. But, if your parents haven't unplugged your life support yet, why not subscribe?